When we look at the countless stars shining in the sky, one thought comes to all of our minds. Are we alone in this universe? Is there not a single one among these millions and billions of stars and planets where life exists like it does on Earth? If, for a moment, we assume something, that in this universe Earth is the only place where life exists, even this idea is not accepted by the human mind. Then another thought arises. If life really exists only on Earth, then what is the purpose of these countless shining stars? Welcome once again to Scope History Videos. Viewers, these are the very questions for which humans have been constantly striving and have spent billions of dollars so far. Is there life on other planets in space? If there is life, what do those aliens look like? And how do they live their lives? To find out, NASA first decided to go to the moon because the moon was the closest celestial body to Earth. The moon is about 384,000 kilometers away from Earth. It orbits around the Earth. In 1968, a spacecraft was sent to the moon for the first time. This spacecraft was called Apollo 8. Its mission was to orbit the moon and then return back to Earth. Apollo 8 had 3 astronauts on board. It took them 68 hours to reach near the moon. During their orbit around the moon, they did not see anything strange. But these 3 astronauts saw something historic. They became the first humans to see Earth rising from the moon, just like we see sunsets and sunrises on Earth. They saw Earth rising in space. This beautiful moment was photographed for the first time. The photo was taken by Apollo 8. The very next year came. July 1969, NASA's spacecraft Apollo 11 landed on the moon. It was the first time in history humans landed on the moon. Commander Neil Armstrong stepped on the moon first. He became the first human to walk on the moon. Buzz Aldrin joined him later. Neil Armstrong and Aldrin performed a moonwalk. They spent 2 hours and 15 minutes on the moon. During this time, they collected soil samples. After completing their mission, they returned back to Earth. NASA says something interesting about the moon. There is no wind on the moon. There is also no oxygen on the moon. Because of this, the footprints of the astronauts are still there today. During NASA's moon missions, no astronaut reported seeing aliens. But the satellite orbiting the moon tells a different story. This satellite constantly sends photos of the moon to Earth. These photos have shown many strange things. Alien researcher Scott Waring studied these photos. He believes something unusual is hidden there. According to him, several spots in moon photos show signs of underground aliens. He identified one specific spot on the moon in NASA's published photos. A strange building-like structure was visible there. Scott said this structure looked different. It was unlike anything else seen on the moon. It did not appear natural. When Scott published his research, something unbelievable happened. Just a few days later, NASA updated the moon photos, and the building-like object disappeared. Scott questioned this sudden change. He asked an important question. If there is no activity on the moon, then how did this structure disappear? According to Scott, either NASA edited photos, or alien activity is actually happening on the moon. But this mystery does not end here. Scientists later discovered something even bigger. They found a huge area on the dark side of the moon. This is the side we cannot see from Earth. This area looked very different from the rest of the moon. At first it just looked unusual, but later research revealed something surprising. Scientists believe this area covers 43,000 square kilometers. It is extremely large, and it is not made of normal moon soil, the same soil that Neil Armstrong brought to Earth. Instead, scientists say it is made of metal. According to some scientists, around 4 billion years ago, a massive asteroid hit the moon, and this metal was left behind. But many researchers disagree with this theory. They say something does not add up. If such a massive asteroid hit the moon would have broken into pieces, possibly even split into 2 parts. Because of this, some researchers believe another possibility. They think this metal region might be artificial. It could be connected to an underground alien civilization. Now let us move from the moon to Mars. Humans have sent 21 robots to Mars so far. Mars is also known as the Red Planet. Mars is about 400 million kilometers from Earth, but during its orbit around the Sun, Every 2 years something interesting happens. Mars comes much closer to Earth. At that time, the distance becomes only 62 million kilometers. Even this distance is still very large. All robots sent from Earth to Mars took about 7 months to arrive there. Out of the 21 robots sent to Mars, 17 crashed during landing. Only 4 robots successfully landed, and they are still working there. These robots have sent thousands of photos to Earth. Many photos show strange objects. Alien researcher Scott Seawaring made another claim. He says the information from Mars is shocking, according to him. It would not be wrong to say life may exist on Mars. Scott says he noticed something unusual in Mars photos. He saw small pyramids on the surface. Pyramids are mysterious even on Earth, especially the pyramids in Egypt. Similar small pyramids appeared in Mars photos. In one photo from the Curiosity rover, several stones can be seen. One stone looks completely different. Its shape is exactly like a pyramid. It appears as if someone made it deliberately, but the question remains, who could have made it? Scott believes something unusual is happening there. According to him, small-sized aliens live on Mars and they may have built these pyramids. NASA's Curiosity rover cost $2.5 billion. After landing on Mars, it sent thousands of photos back to Earth. Most photos only show rocks and mountains. But some photos raise serious questions, because something abnormal can be seen in them. One of the most famous photos came earlier. It was captured by Viking 1 in 1976. The photo showed something shocking. A giant face-like structure on Mars. Some people say it is just coincidence. Others think it could be artificial. Just like ancient Egyptians built giant statues. Maybe aliens built this face on Mars. NASA disagrees with this idea. According to NASA, it is simply a mountain. Light and shadows created the face illusion. In 2014, another strange photo appeared. It was taken by the Curiosity rover. In the photo, something unusual was seen. It looked like a bone on Mars. The bone looked very old. It appeared similar to a fossil. Some people believed it could belong to an alien creature. Maybe a small alien species, but NASA explained it differently. NASA said it is not a bone. It is simply a rock. Strong winds shaped the rock like a bone, but the mysteries did not stop there. In 2016, another Mars photo appeared. This time something even stranger was seen. The photo showed what looked like a skull. As soon as the photo was released, a huge debate started on the internet. Alien researchers became very confident. They believe something unusual exists on Mars. Either aliens currently live there, or they lived there in the past. Even NASA research supports one idea. Long ago, Mars had conditions suitable for life. Scientists believe water once existed on Mars, and where there is water, life becomes possible. Another strange photo appeared soon after. It was taken by the Curiosity rover. This photo showed a stone, but the stone looked exactly like a fish. From top to bottom, it resembled a fish shape, but the mystery remains. How could a fish-shaped object appear on Mars? Mars is billions of kilometers away from Earth. Rover data revealed something important. About 3 billion years ago, Mars was very different. Mars once had a green environment. Similar to Earth, scientists also discovered signs of large oceans. These oceans might still exist today. But frozen beneath the surface, research is still continuing on this topic. In 2014, another photo created excitement. This photo was taken at night on Mars. Something unusual appeared in the image. Light was coming from inside a rock. After this discovery, alien researchers made a bold claim. They called this the smoking gun evidence. Evidence of alien activity on Mars. Humans often say Mars is a dead planet. But the real truth might be different. Perhaps we simply do not know it yet. Many Mars photos show statue-like objects. One photo from 2018 showed a stone-faced statue. Another photo from 2015 showed something interesting. A female statue shape appeared on a distant mountain. Alien researcher Scott Waring discussed this on YouTube. He said something important. The more research people do on Mars photos, the more strange evidence appears. Scott believes something else too. He thinks aliens on Mars are more advanced than humans. In one photo, he saw something unusual. It looked like a mechanical engine, but it was partially buried in soil because of the soil layer. It looks similar to surrounding rocks. It could actually be an engine, or a broken part of an alien UFO, or perhaps it is just a rock and nothing more than coincidence. I hope you liked this video. Please like and share this scope history video. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you for your loving comments. See you again in the next amazing video.